Hey noble ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking, and today we have a little bit of a behind the scenes once again where I'd like to discuss a little bit my production and what's been happening with the channel from an insider's perspective. One thing you might have noticed in the videos that I've been posting for the last, I want to say, year or so, is that not only I've increased the number of videos that I've been posting, but also there is a big change when it comes to the way I create my titles, for example, and also the thumbnails. And a critique that I've been receiving, apart from the actual titles, is also the fact that some of you are not happy with the choice of content that I have decided to produce, so the sort of topics that I engage with. I would like to respond to this publicly and let you know exactly what's happening here, what the strategy is, why I've made certain decisions, and also I'd like to underline one misunderstanding that I think there is when it comes to actual facts that concern the sort of content that I've been publishing. When it comes to this channel, there are several different types of videos that I publish. We have the sort of lecture type of historical videos where I just choose a specific topic that has to do with history, either the Romans, feudal Japan, whatever it is, and then I make a presentation. This could be considered the vanilla type of video, which is what I've been doing since the very beginning of this channel. Another type of content that I've been doing, I want to say since 2014, is indeed the debunking series. Whenever I make a debunking video, I choose a program, a TV series, a video made by another creator, and I debunk it if the information presented is in fact incorrect. And a spin-off of this debunking series is the videos where I discuss, for example, articles. So those are more on the comedy side, but they are still part of the debunking series as a whole. We then reach the more controversial side of the channel, we could say, even though I don't really think it should be controversial, since I think from an academic standpoint we should be able to speak about anything we want, as I have discussed on this video here, link in the description. But there are those videos where I discuss, for example, the race swapping of real historical characters, sometimes the gender swapping of real historical characters, and therefore this connects to both ethnicity, race, sometimes LGBTQ. And these videos annoy some of you, even though as videos themselves they seem to do very well if you look at the like to dislike ratio. Now, as you know, I made videos on blackwashing, on whitewashing, and one of the reasons why I decided to make these videos is because at the end of the day, how weird is it for a channel that discusses the super pedantic small things such as, oh, this rip on that sword is not historically accurate, that shield should not be there because it's a Republican shield and they're using it within an imperial context. How weird is it to really go one step further and say, well, this historical character did not look like that, did not belong to that specific ethnicity, and therefore that needs to be corrected too. And mind you, remember that I do this on all people. I do it for black people, white people, Asians, and whatnot. I personally really like the idea that on this platform I can talk about anything that catches my interest in a way, because at the end of the day it's my way of free expression and it is my platform after all. But I do want to listen to both constructive criticism and in general the opinion of my audience, because at the end of the day I don't make this content for me, I make this content for you. I think one of the main misunderstandings that I would like to address right now, which is something that is factually wrong but it's not your fault, is the fact that people have been telling me, oh, you don't make vanilla videos anymore, all you do is talk about race and talk about LGBT, like for example my video on Elagabalus, the Emperor of Rome, and you don't make the old school videos anymore, and then occasionally you will run into one and say, yeah, I wish you would stick to these. Well, the reality of fact is that it's the system that is not showing you the vanilla videos that I make, because I have been continuing to make vanilla videos. However they perform, they never stopped being posted on this channel. It's just that the system doesn't show you. So unfortunately, when you look at your homepage and then you see that, oh, it's another video by Metatron about Hannibal Barca not being black, which is the truth, by the way, I understand how you could think, oh, that's all Metatron talks about. But the reality is that if you go into my channel, we're going to do this right now, if you go into my channel and you actually look at my uploads, you will see a lot of videos that are in fact 100% vanilla. It's just that they don't appear on the homepage, and that's on the system. Now, I know that a lot of you love the more controversial side of the channel, and so, I mean, it's not a problem for you, but for all those of you who I still care for, because you're still my audience, and you would rather watch the videos where I'm presenting a full-on lecture, kind of old style, they exist. I would then suggest you just go into my published videos, and you will find them, even though the system is not recommending them to you. For example, I have recently posted a video about samurai and Ninja. And even though I am kind of mentioning a little bit Assassin's Creed on passing, please keep in mind that that's a repackaging. I'm using Assassin's Creed as an excuse to talk about samurai history because that draws in more clicks, but at the end of the day, the lecture is the same that I would have made if the video was, let's talk about X in feudal Japan. The only thing is that if I did that, it would get a fifth of the views. But look at this one. This was a job, medieval jobs that don't exist anymore. 100% vanilla. Did they debunk me? This video is about ancient Rome, and I read Latin in this video, and we reconstruct and interpret passages that talk about homesteading in ancient Rome, so that's absolutely vanilla. Ancient Greece and this civilization had more in common than you think. 100% vanilla video. Then we have a few debunking. What if an ancient Roman saw a modern world? Ancient Roman mythology, the cult of Vesta. This is just 1 month. Guys, this is just 1 month. This is how many vanillas I've already found in 1 month of posting. History facts you did not know, vanilla. I mean, I would consider the truth about Sumerian leader Gilgamesh to be vanilla, but maybe some of you could consider it to be a little on the controversial side because of the fact that we discuss a little bit about his sexuality. Fine if you don't want to count that one as vanilla, but then again, if you go just scroll down a little bit, you'll find ghosts, undead, and apparitions in the medieval period is vanilla. Evolution of Roman military units through the ages, that's vanilla. These historical facts will blow your mind. Did many knights die during tournaments and jousts? And this is just for the last 6 months. To this, add quite a lot of debunking videos, which are also a core type of content. You'll notice that at the end of the day, when you really look at this, the thing that I've been accused of, not by you, but by my haters, all you talk about is LGBT, all you talk about is black people, is incorrect and very easily demonstrable. And if we were to scroll down all the way to 1 year ago, you'll notice that there are a lot of videos that have nothing to do with controversial topics, but the problem is that the system doesn't show them to you as much. Now, I'm not complaining. And also another thing that I've been doing to try and make everyone happy is to increase the number of uploads that I've been posting, because this way I can kind of make content for everyone. I'll make the vanilla videos, I'll make the debunking videos, I'll make the controversial videos, I make the review videos where I review video games and I review movies, and of course from a historical perspective. And then I'll also make the occasional hot topic, which is something that I do just to help out with the algorithm. I did that when we spoke about Sniper Wolf. I did that when we spoke about Gemini AI. So of course these are a little bit of outliners, if you will, but I don't make them very often, and whenever I do they tend to do really well, and that's why I think it's fine for me to post them every now and then, just to make sure that the algorithm keeps up with the channel based on the system that we need to work with. But now let's talk a little bit about the titles, because I noticed that sometimes I get the following types of responses. I will get someone who says, hey Metatron, I really love your content, but I wish I could know 100% what the video is about. And when you use vague titles for clickbaity purposes, I don't know what the video is and I don't particularly like it. That's an absolutely fair criticism. In fact, I consider it to be constructive criticism, and I will respond to whoever says this with of course patience and with understanding. But I also get, if you continue or if you keep this up with these titles, I will unsubscribe. I hate those, and to be honest, they don't work, because these people, even if someone watches a video of mine and the video is, you were wrong about this, right? And it's that one as well is a vanilla video, by the way, just got 100,000 views because I said that as a title, because it's a video about bronze in the ancient period and I bring in a lot of interesting data. It's a deeply researched video. Now I understand I didn't say bronze in ancient times because that would have capped a 15,000 views. By creating it a little more vague and a little clickbaity, it does draw more clicks. But to respond to the first among you that are actually just presenting a valid criticism and saying, Metatron, why are you doing this? Can you not avoid these sort of like clickbaity vague titles? The reason why I do them is because they are a way for me to justify the production behind videos that would otherwise be vanilla, which I know that you guys like, but most likely wouldn't get the views that would justify said production. You see, from about 2 or 3 years now to this point, I've been expanding the team in order to be able to continue the production, maintain quality, but while increasing quantity, which is what we need to do as creators for the channel to remain relevant. And of course, having a team of people means that that now videos have a cost. It's not just me turning on the camera and just putting in the man hours, which has always been anyways a resource that I need to commit whenever I make a video. So even if a video is produced just by me and it takes me 3-4 days of research and then the video doesn't do well, well, it's a lot of man hour and work that has been wasted now. But even more so when I have to pay collaborators. So for example, just to give you an idea, this is why I'm saying this is a behind the scenes, let's look at a video such as mythology, ancient Roman mythology in the cult of Vesta. That is a very deeply researched video. It's the collaboration between me, my own research, and one of my main researchers. There are videos that I use and deploy multiple researchers, so I pay each single one of them. But even a video like this, me, him, I research, he does his research, I pay him not only for his research but also so that he can peer review mine, because a lot of my videos are now peer reviewed and I pay for that. So the video is researched, I pay for that, then the video needs to be edited, and I can't edit every single one of my videos, so I pay a professional editors, and then I pay the thumbnail artist. All of this because I don't have the time to literally do everything. Now when it comes to the edit, I delegate the most of the edit of these videos, and then they send the draft back to me and I finish the draft up. This is something I'm doing for this video as well. So basically I will still put in 2 or 3 hours of editing for the music, for rearranging things, for the iconography, manuscript illuminations, but the core of the edit, which would have taken 15 to 18 hours, is done by a professional, exception being my Bible videos, because I like editing those, and the occasional project that I just want to do by myself and put in 20 hours in it. But a lot of the videos these days have been edited by professional editors, which I pay, and then I pay a thumbnail artist to take care of that, as I was saying. Financially speaking, all of this means that a video like the mythology in ancient Rome, the cult of Vesta, has a cost of $800 to produce. The video, since it capped at $26,000 because it doesn't have a vague title and it's vanilla, only made me $61. So I am at a loss of about $740 with that video. Now, is that a problem to work at a loss? Occasionally, no, but I'm sure you'll understand that if I were to literally do as I'm told by the more vocal among you about this discussion, and I were to only make vanilla videos on this channel, only use titles that are fully descriptive, and skip anything else that could have been debunking videos or reaction content to other creators and controversial videos, then it would be the end of the channel. It would be a financial catastrophe. I would basically work to lose money, and I couldn't provide for myself, for my wife, and all the rest. Unfortunately, the system doesn't make that viable. So I need to find a solution to be able to make as many people as happy as possible when it comes to my productions, but at the same time make sure that I make a profit so that I can continue doing this as a job. And logically speaking, the following are the only options I have. Either I do what I do, so I occasionally repackage the video a little bit, maybe change the title and still put in the vanilla, but then the views come in and so the video pays itself, maybe even get a little profit from it, or I remove all the expenses in connection to these videos, which means I would post a lot less, or I keep posting as is, but the research goes down because I don't have the time to do it, and they're not peer-reviewed, and I might start making serious mistakes or just make very shallow videos. And of course the editing may suffer, so I might have to end up doing, like, even the quality of the edit would decrease, and honestly I don't think that that's the right thing to do. Once again, as a creator, I have to work with what I have. I often say, hate the game, don't hate the player. I do wish to apologize to those of you who are annoyed by these titles or are annoyed by the fact that occasionally they don't see the vanilla videos, but as I say, even though I apologize because I am part of this ecosystem on YouTube, in reality it is the system's fault. Not only for the sort of videos that they push on the homepage, so I do make the vanillas, they just don't show you, or because of the fact that they kind of put us content creators in a position where we need to occasionally use titles that can be annoying for some people, but unfortunately they work much better when it comes to the masses. So now that you've seen a little bit of what goes behind my personal choices, but at the end of all of this, when it comes to you, noble ones, I always want to underline the fact that you have power over these videos, in the sense that you can absolutely go and check my video lists and just choose the one you like. You'll find a lot of vanilla videos that I think you may enjoy. If there is a controversial video or a topic that you find it annoys you, skip it. You don't need to watch it. And sometimes I see these people that come into a video that they don't want to watch just to scold me, to tell me, I hate these kind of videos, you should stick to X, and they're not gonna watch, and then they leave. I really don't understand that. I've never done it in my entire life, even though I use YouTube for my personal entertainment, and I've been using it, I don't know, for like 12 years. I've never done that. I never felt the desire to go to another creator, or at the time when I wasn't a creator, to a creator and tell him, I'm offended because you spoke about this specific topic that I'm not interested in. If you're not interested, don't click that one. At the end of the day, the reason why I'm posting so much is so that I can offer you choice, and whatever you are interested in, you have the power to click or to skip. And this, in a way, also connects a little bit to another topic that has to do with this, which is sponsors. Once again, sponsors are important because they are a way, similarly to Patreon, little shameless plug in here, these are ways for us to be able to make a video and pay for it and its production differently. So rather than like having to use AdSense in order to recover from the expenses of the production of any deeply researched video, I can use Patreon money, or I can use people who join on the channel here through the join button and become members, or also sponsors. Now, sponsors are critical. Now, as you know, I have made a video where I tell you my blacklist, the sponsors that I will never work with, the stuff that I need in order for a sponsor to qualify to be able to be shown on this platform. And this video, this is the thumbnail, and you'll find a link in the description below. But in general, I am not against sponsors, and I think sponsors are a great opportunity for content creators to be able to have a secondary source of income apart from Patreon that allows us to justify the man hours and the work and research and sacrifice that goes into running a platform. And even though I think the majority of you absolutely have no problems with sponsors, and in fact some of you even like the sponsors, and then I see this in the comments, like people telling me, oh yeah, I tried this game, or I tried this product and I'm really happy with it, thank you for giving me the discount. So I do have people that are happy with the sponsors, but of course there are also people that are annoyed by it because they are there because they want to know about feudal Japan and they don't want the presentation to be interrupted. But differently from TV, well, now you can even skip it on TV, but differently from TV, you have control over it. So if you're watching a sponsor and you're not interested in that sponsor, it's just one click. Literally, you can just move the mouse, click at the end of the sponsorship, and keep watching the videos as normally. For you, it's a difference of 2-3 seconds if you take your time. For me, it's a difference of, well, this month is a plus, or that last month was a loss. And that is a massive difference for us content creators. So once again, as a creator, I kind of wanted to give you a little bit the behind the scenes of what goes on within this whole content creation type of job. I am very fortunate and very happy and very lucky to be able to be in the position where I am, considering the fact that my channel is quite niche. And regardless of that, the views are fantastic. I keep getting subscribers, about 15,000 people join the channel constantly. It's a massive success story, and which is why I'm okay making even the vanilla videos here and there, even if I make them at a loss. But do understand why I can't just post vanilla videos that cap at 20,000 views, because that wouldn't allow me to, at the end of the day, run my channel and have this platform the way that is my dream, to be able to be a content creator and do this full-time, also as a form of personal expression and artistic expression. But regardless of all that, thank you so much for watching this video. I'd be very impressed if you watched it all the way until the end. If you did, in fact, let me know, because that's only someone who watched until the end knows that I'm asking this. So if you did, please let me know in the comments. And thank you very much for your support and for your understanding. And as always, thank you for watching. And remember, the Metatron has spread his wings. Goodbye.